Not that song.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 1638, 1638. Welcome to the show. I haven't died of a rib exploding in my chest or anything like that. Because that was a big fear, I guess, on the last show. That would happen. We're broadcasting from Cafe Anyway, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley, Mont, the last place on Earth. Today, the disgruntled fiddle player, the brewmaster,
Mike's Daily Podcast,
and the Bonita. And have you ever used, like, a battery?
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I have. And my car's battery yesterday conked out. I was in the Trader Joe's parking lot in Fremont, no doubt. It was a place to have your car not move where people are walking by, and they're in this groove. They're like the healthy people of America eating at Trader Joe's that are buying it.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Like we are going to buy healthy stuff at Trader Joe's,
Mike's
not Whole Foods, because
Daily
we want to keep some of our money.
Podcast.
And we want to not feel too overly pretentious. Just go, there's people still wearing Hawaiian shirts at Trader Joe's. And I want to be the person that rings the bell. Ding, ding. That sounds so much fun. It's the Trader Joe's thing. You got to ring that bell. Will you ring my bell? And that is why we sing on this show, is because of love. Look who walked in. Hi, Mike. It's Bonita the Rodeo Queen. Doing this. Where's Nelly?
It's a disgruntled fiddle player. Tell you what.
What?
There's a beautiful picture of Apia Harbor in Samoa on Bing.
Let me look at it. Oh, yeah. I get Bing points. I've got a bunch of Bing points I got to use. Which I wish they had some nice things I could use them on. Hey, look who walked in.
Hello, Mike. I make the delicious root beer. I'm the brewmaster. Oh, boy, I have some right now.
Thank you. Yeah, I guess I could spend all my money on Xbox stuff. Oh, wait, I don't have an Xbox. That's a minor problem. I enjoyed a couple glasses of wine last evening and I hate that expression.
And here's today's podcast picture.
Glasses of wine. I have a glass of wine with dinner. I don't know why it drives me nuts, the whole glass of wine thing. I don't know why but I think because I heard growing up, I'd hear my parents saying, oh yeah, we have a glass of wine with dinner. A glass of... It's nothing. Why did I bring it up? I don't know. But a glass of root beer, a mug of root beer, perhaps, would be the best way to go in such a situation. So the podcast picture today, I think I'm going to go with this lovely picture. Once in a while, I throw a picture of me on just to scare the crap out of you. No, I'm kidding. Ha ha ha. No, it's because this show's about me.
This show is about me, and it always has been.
Lately, I've been featuring a lot of pictures of me with my hat on and my sunglasses, and today will be no different. It will be the same. It will be non-different at all, because I am standing over at, this is Fairmont Ridge on a nice windy day. Yeah, we'll go with this. I got my rock star shirt on because that's pertinent. Or rock band. Everybody wanted Guitar Hero and Rock Band 10 years ago. They were going nuts for it. I know everybody's parents were, hey, is there a news report going on right now?
Deutsche Bank has been struggling since the financial crisis. The CEO of Samsonite has resigned. A week ago, a short seller accused the CEO, Ramesh Tenwala, of misrepresenting himself as having a doctorate. Tenwala says he resigned for personal reasons. He recently told the Wall Street Journal he did not have a doctorate, even though the designation was included in at least 2 filings with the federal government.
What? Sorry, Samsonite. Did you follow that story at all? The Samsonite guy, Samsonite luggage, right? And he said he was a doctor, but he wasn't. And so Okay. I know a guy who professes a lot of things, and then you look behind the surface, look underneath, and you find out it's a lie. Did you know that Roseanne Barr says she begged ABC to save her show? Roseanne Barr, who is 65 now. Did you know she was born in Salt Lake City? And she has revealed that she begged ABC executives to keep her show on the air before the network canceled the hit sitcom Roseanne, which, as far as I know, this has been the only time in my life that I know of where a successful show gets canceled, really successful, gets canceled that quick, that crazy. And the first, it has to be the first with a social media involved issue where somebody said something stupid on social media and there you go, you're gone. Then the Kim Jong-un complains to Russia over U.S. hegemonism. Ooh, that's a big word. Kim Jong-un shakes his hands with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov. He has complained of U.S. hegemonism and to Russia's visiting foreign minister. Hegemonism, by the way, if you didn't know because you're dumb like me, is hegemony is the political, economic, or military predominance or control of one state over others. In ancient Greece, hegemony denoted the politico-military dominance of a city-state over other city-states. Wow! Is that not calling the kettle black?
My advice to you, start drinking heavily.
After something like that. Kettle black. There you go. The end of that story. I'd like to tell you, though, so I'm stuck in the Trader Joe's parking lot yesterday, which actually I ended up walking back to work because I still had some time at work. And, you know, I'm trying to think, because I was using my insurance. I canceled AAA a while ago. I'd been with AAA for over 20 years, and it was getting pricey, and I wasn't getting a lot. They only gave me 3 tow, whatever you call them, rescues a year, only 3. And I'm thinking this isn't, and then my insurance was already throwing it in with the coverage. So I said, that's it. And so I will say my insurance was a lot slower in getting someone to me than AAA did. And the person they sent me was just bare bones idiot. Like they could have, I basically could have asked someone at work. I have jumper cables in my car. I could have asked them to jump it. But this guy, I thought maybe, because with AAA, they send someone over who's got one of those electricity sensors that lets you know if you got power in your battery. And this guy didn't have it. I'm like, you're a freaking mechanic. Oh, I'm not a mechanic. So that's who, bare bones is what your insurance gets. And then they want me to do a survey afterwards. They're texting me, Mike, you haven't done your survey yet. Well, screw you. And by you, I mean one of those funky looking lamb thingies. The ones. Hey, there's sheep on my hillside again. In Podcaster Valley, they use sheep because the weeds, the grass grows in the winter after the rains, and it looks so nice and green, and then suddenly it just dies. It's dead. We're gonna go live. They just die, and then fire hazard, right? So they get these goats, these sheep, to come in, and they're so cute, and they're walking around, and of course Basil the boxer loves it. He sees it. He wants to play with them. Actually, he doesn't anymore. Now he knows, after years and years of knowing that the sheep, although he was kind of whatever, you can't, no matter how old a dog gets, there's still the dog, and the dog wants to play with the goats and the sheep, and they got big signs saying, keep your dog on leash, damn it. And then they've got these electrical wires everywhere to keep your dog away. One time, Basil got a little shocked, and then he looked at me. Why did you do that? Because I didn't do it. You walked into the. At any rate, no, I'm not happy with that service that the insurance sent over. Seriously. But back to, so basically, I bought a battery at Walmart. The battery's still under warranty with Walmart. I don't think it's the battery, though. I think it's the connectors, and supposedly they're going to fix that for me if I can get over there today at a decent hour. They are always... So they've got a guy working there named Ariel. Maybe it's Ariel. And Ariel decided to take a lunch right as I got there, and he wasn't going to be back for an hour. And I said, I'm not going to wait. I'm out. Meanwhile, I don't know what's going on with my rib. It still feels... I don't know, like, it is my rib? Is it a bone? I don't know. I'm going to get that checked today. Because I need to know the facts.
Don't!
I need to know the truth. And...
You can't handle the truth!
Oh, come on, I can. Just a little bit. What is this? I should be able to do... Oh, God. Oh, my gosh. All right, somebody is going to... He says he's going to do a live show today. And my job begins. I wanted to kind of wrap up the show as quickly as I can, since I apparently am at work and people have things they want me to do for them. So here's the thing. Facebook can be very heartbreaking. One of the things that gets me is when you see a text, or when you had a conversation with someone who's no longer here. And somebody wrote me who's no longer here, damn it, Matt, I mean Mike, whatever. I just drove past your Castro Valley location last week. This was in 2010, he wrote. Too bad I didn't know ahead of time. What are you up to these days? And I said to him, I think of you whenever I see Chris Cornell or hear a Weird Al Yankovic song. It's true, I still do. I still think of this guy. And I said, let me know next time you're up. He said, I sure will. I was in Petaluma hanging with the tech guy, Leo Laporte. And so this friend of mine, this late friend of mine, he used to do a podcast. And he and I were both getting into podcasting at the same time, around 2008, 2009, 2010. And so he did a great job with podcasting. He would give me some advice. Most tech guys I wrote to him wrote back. Oh, and then he also wrote, hanging with, not murdering the guy, as if not hanging. Oh yeah, he said hanging the tech guy. And then he said, cool, I'm glad you found a reason to go to Petaluma. I was making a joke. Petaluma is actually kind of nice. It's kind of this old town. It's got a little waterway. It's pretty cool. And then we got into a discussion about some things. My only podcast at the moment is concerning real estate, so it's not the most thrilling subject. Oh yeah, he got into is it pricey to have your own website? I asked him. He said, not really. I use squarespace.com, which I found to be the best. You can use WordPress for free. I use that. It's not as user-friendly as Squarespace in my mind, but free is free. And you obviously can use your own domain name with either of them. And that was the last we ever spoke. Isn't that... It's interesting. We were helping each other out at the very end. So I will always remember that guy. Really nice guy. Now, meanwhile, there's someone else. I hate using meanwhile as a transition. Michael Medved does that all the time. Meanwhile, this... from Relief Factor. Ugh. I listen to his show because I have to. No, there was a guy I worked with at my job in Fremont who we used to have many conversations. We talked about music. When David Bowie died, we watched his last video together and discussed that. We discussed when churches use U2 at Easter time and call it the U2 Eucharist. We were discussing that. We once had a beer together with Addendum with Kevin at 21st Amendment. Really nice guy. And he's a little bit older than me, way better looking. He still looks amazingly young. He did get, however, into a very, very bad motorcycle accident last year, and he is having to start all over again. He is basically, he doesn't, to the casual observer, does not look. He looks like himself physically, but he's not there. You know, he's working everything we take for granted every day that we do. The talking that I'm doing now, all of that has to be put back together again, piece by piece. It's a very slow process. His sister, though, is amazing, and what a fan, and what a supporter. And she posts these videos of look what he's doing now. Today he can do this. Now he can do this now, and every little bit is just amazing and breathtaking. And I wish him all the best. And you know, I think we get trapped when we see people and we think back to how they used to be. How we used to be. You could cry rivers over what we used to be. What we used to be as a nation. Back in the old days or whatever. Back in the old days I could run. Back in the old days I had hair. Back at whatever. And you know, that doesn't matter. We were talking about living in the moment as dogs do. Yesterday I was discussing that. About how my dog Basil the Boxer lives in the moment. And he doesn't realize really that his back legs aren't what they used to be. And he gets around. He goes, I will push on. There's something I want to do. I want to sniff that tree. I want to pee on that tree. I will get there, come rook or crook. By rook or by crook or by rook. Is that it? So I used to know that expression. I used to be good at expressions. No. It's all about right now. Right now is your tomorrow. My point is that you have to listen to an ex-president of ours, who we still call president, because that's how we do it in America.
I will welcome ideas from anybody.
You have to welcome ideas from anybody, and you have to think of. I was trying to tie that into what I was talking about, and it didn't work. But that's all right, because the thing is, today is Donut Day, National Freaking Donut Day. And I am not the biggest fan of donuts because when I eat one, it immediately makes my body shut down. Go! And it's way too much fat, way too much sugar. It's hard for me to... Oh, that's what I'm missing is my donut. Donut. That's basically what it sounded like. And somebody deleted it. I can never find my donuts. Okay, well, the point is that today's Donut Day, and apparently the big news is
donuts.
Is Burger King is chopping out the middle of their burgers, and then they give you the piece they chopped out as a slider. As we go outside a cafe anyway, we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcaster Valley. Also, the big news today is that I guess Krispy Kreme's got something going on. All right. Hey, enjoy your weekend. I'll try and do a Super Secret Sunday show this Sunday, which I have not been able to do as of late because Sundays have been really, really busy at my part-time job. So we'll see what happens. I had a wonderful, wonderful evening with my friends Joe and Bunny, and I'm going to help them find a karaoke machine because they keep asking me to do karaoke things for them, and I can't because everything I had that used to be able to do karaoke broke down. So that's it. But they are I'm going to help them get one so that they will always have one by their side and they can sing forever and ever more, because that's what it's all about. My lovely lady friend and I went to their house and had a wonderful dinner last night. It was so enjoyable. And then Joe took 1 million pictures of my lovely lady friend DT and I, and then sent them to his daughter, because his daughter is down in Redondo Beach. That's Christy, and she's listening to the show right now probably. And now she's got a bunch of pictures of my lady friend, so she could, because she's living vicariously through her dad, which is cute. So that's the wonder of technology today, and that's the wonder of your life, and I hope it is a good one. I hope it's a good weekend. It's going to get hot here in the Bay Area, apparently. We are super cold right now with that cold blowing wind blowing through. So enjoy your weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Next show, it'll be the wonderful Madame Ruta Vega Valentino and Bison Bentley. And that was FF episode 1638.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Email Mike now at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!